Hi guys, I'm Nagadir-chan, and welcome to more action for Tower of God, Season 2, Chapter 42 and 43. At least for now, we'll see. Previously we met some new characters. They were very interesting and I'm really looking forward to meet them again. I hope we will meet them again. They were like pretty cool individuals. The workshop battle is slowly coming. Yeah. But we got introduced to Emily, which is like this weird program, but like there's also person attached to it. I don't know what is going on. And like many people are using it, I guess this AI chatting program like just boomed in Tower of God universe, right? And Kun was just like interested because one of his teammates was using it and he was kind of mad because hey, like this is very uncertain, right? You probably should not be using it, but he got interested, so he wrote Bam's name in it, and it showed what I was afraid of. So whoever, if someone would like mention Bam's name, it would tell them he's alive. I mean, would you trust it? Maybe not like 100%, but it definitely raises some questions, right? So for Kun, it definitely did raise some questions, which is good, but like other people, we don't need that. We don't need that. I mean, yeah, Kun doesn't know that Bam is going up for Workshop Battle 2 under different name. Yeah. That is going to be problematic. And also there was like this, there is this connection with the devil arm dude, right? Oh my. So I'm interested what Bear has to say, because apparently he knows him. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, like things are connecting quite a lot. I like that. I wanna see like what will happen with this. Yeah. So I probably should start it, yeah. 28 floor. Residential area. It's such a weird tower, look at it. It's so weird. Yeah, and it's all of them here. Aww. Aww. Miss Sang and Prince were playing games. What is this? Is this supposed to be PlayStation? Because it kinda looks a little bit like it. Not that I ever own PlayStation. And I'm not like, I don't know how to differentiate the different controllers, but kinda looks like it. Who knows? Maybe it was, maybe it is, maybe it's not. So I guess they were playing some kind of games. Sweet. Okay, yeah, they're looking at this picture. So, what do you have to say, mister? His name is Kasana Beniamino. He's my only childhood friend. Oh, well, that is very tight connection, isn't it? So they're friends. Okay. But the way you are kinda looking right now, his, you know, face, what happened? I'm worried. And the devil's right arm, who you've all heard of. Okay. Well, at least he's like telling this to all of them. At least all of them who are like there. Then you are not the real devil's right arm? No. Okay, so they thought he is the one. I mean, he was fighting Rap Devil, and Rap Devil was like saying he is the dead devil right arm, but he wasn't. He was just using the name, kinda. And we saw Barry using like this weird stuff, right? Whatever it is, ability, creepy. and he was saying something about like devils or something like that. But I I don't think I ever thought that he is the one actually. For some kind of weird reason, I never thought that Bear might be the one. I think it kind of never occurred to me, but it would be natural that they would think that. Cassano and I were abandoned kids in the middle area. Because having babies without permission is prohibited in the middle area, many kids are abandoned. Oh wow. Having babies in the middle area is prohibited, with the exception of certain families that have been given permission. Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, the tower probably has some. I mean, I guess. We don't know how big middle area is, and it has sections, right? Probably. So it's like it's not infinite space, I assume. So, oh, I guess in certain areas it's probably true, and if it is not infinite space, yeah, you cannot just breed infinitely, because then this place would be extremely overpopulated. I mean, yeah, there are many peoples being sent into the testing part of the tower. Many of them dies and such. But like, still, yeah, we don't know how long this been happening for long. But like, we don't exactly know how long. So at some point, yeah, the place probably would get overpopulated and that would not be good. So that actually makes sense. But still, it happens that people are having kids and they're just abandoning them, I guess. Huh. So your prohibition is kinda not working. Hmm. I don't wanna think what they're doing with these kids though, because they're basically not supposed to exist. So they're kinda outside the law. Ooh. Oh, I can see where this is coming, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, his face says a lot. His face says a lot. It's obvious how they will turn out. They'll die or be sold. Cassano and I were lucky to be sold as material to the workshop. Material to the workshop? What the heck do you mean? Lucky though, he says lucky. Oh, I mean, yeah, if you're little children in the wilderness out there, in Tower we know nobody kinda gives a shit. So I guess that's a better option, funnily enough. Yeah, you can definitely see that it was pretty tough life, given how his expression. Material to the workshop? Uses humans for materials? Yes, the workshop is not just a place where items are made. Oh. Are they like experimenting with kind of things and such? Oh. They do anything for their own experimentation. It's not a big deal for them to use abandoned kits as experiment materials. Yeah, I was thinking. It's like, you know, infinite kind of resource. Well, not infinite, but like, even if it is prohibited, it still happens. People do have kits even if they should not have them. Um, so they're using that. Lovely. Even now, a number of kids in the middle area are sacrificed as material for the workshop. I mean, hey, it's a resource, and there's a lot of them, so we're using it. And maybe, you know, because overpopulation problem, you might think it's like, yeah, we're using these kids because they're not supposed to happen, and we are kind of like, we don't want this area to be overpopulated. So taking things, right? At the same time. I mean, it would make sense. Like I've said, overpopulation might have been a problem if it would not be controlled, even though this control measurement is a little extreme. That's probably why they don't really care it is happening. As we learned, Jihad and the families kinda doesn't give a shit. And they only like, you know, want to have money and fame and all about themselves. So this might be like, because yeah, this could have been problem. We don't need that many people here, right? So we just let this happen, and it probably will serve us. Yeah. Oh, I feel sorry for Bear. I feel so sorry. I mean, look at him, how his expression. For one weapon to be completed and sold to us, you can't imagine how many lives are sacrificed. Well, thank you. Now I don't really feel good to go there and own some weapons. Thank you very much. Ah, thank you, Bear. You're spoiling my fun. I was so looking forward to workshop. Now I'm like, well, funny, right? Not anymore. Thank you very much. See you. I was one of those lives. Oh my god, my freaking mouse is just not listening. I was one of those lives, and I was grown for a long time in an incubator so I could be used as a testing material. Oh my god, these people are even more sick than I thought they are. Oh, growing children, taking children, experimenting on them, using them, killing them. I mean, overpopulation problem is getting rid of it, I guess. And like, who would be feeding these children, right? And many families here are kind of poor, except, right, the 10th grade families, but like they cannot take infinite amount of children, right? They don't have a time. They only need exceptional children to take in their families. So like, yeah, get rid of those. Not needed. Well, I'm not going to say what it reminds me of. It's not at extreme, but very close to it. Yeah. I didn't know if I was dead or alive. It was as I was dreaming. Oh, he's so cute looking. The injections went on, and I was just waiting for my life to end. It must have been so horrible. But at least it's not happening now. So like, what happened to those people? We know they were experimented on. And we know like Bear is right now here. So I guess that is pretty crazy story, right? I assume. Oh my. Yeah, I'm not really going to talk what it reminds me of. Yeah. Then one day, the doors to the incubator opened. And the first thing I saw was him. Okay, two little boys meeting. Cute. Oh, these poor little souls. The Devil's Right Arm. Yeah, the name of the chapter. The researchers called me number 21 and called him number 99. Okay, they're so cute. Poor little boys. Oh, I would adopt them immediately. Especially from this experimentation site. I found out later on that we were the only two who survived from the side effects of the injection. So I guess that's why they have these abilities. They were strong enough to survive all of the testing. Exceptional! Yay! Kiddos. So what are we trying to do with them? That's another question. Starting the day, we learned how to talk. We read and studied about the tower, exercised, battled, and trained ourselves. Okay. That looks so cute. Kasana was smaller than me, but he was always self-confident. He helped me overcome my time timidity. He was like my older brother. Oh, that hurt. Why are you hurting me, Seal? Why? 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 I hate when this happens to children. I'm extremely... No. Stories about children and parents. Like, that is too much for me. Stop it. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, Kasano. Yeah, then something happened, I assume. And she... Oh. Okay, there is few ways it can go, and neither of them is good. I feel like. Hi, 21 and 99. Have a seat. It's time to study. Miss Sophia. She's beautiful. Oh, these poor little kids. Freaking tower. Yeah. How many times I've said it? Fuck the tower? Probably many times enough, right? She's beautiful though. Oh, you look happy today, 99. Of course, I love your classes. Don't you agree, number 21? They don't even have names, just numbers. That is so sick. Jesus Christ, I don't like it. I don't like this at all. He likes her. I guess Kasana likes their lady. And of course, Bear too. Yes. Sophia Amaya. Okay. She was the assistant researcher in charge of teaching us language. Thank you, 21 and 99. Unlike other researchers who treated us like pieces for an Unlike other researchers who treated us like pieces for an experiment, she treated us like humans. We laughed, talked, had fun together. It was the most precious time we had at the workshop. Well, at least she was treating them nice, but like I said, there's few ways it can go, and neither of them is good. Listen, 21 and 99. You're no longer 21 and 99. Oh, she gave them name? Oh, you are Cassano Beniamino, and you are Ilmar Beniamino. She gave them the names. Okay. Okay. But I guess they changed their names, so it would not be that obvious. Right? Because otherwise, they would immediately know who they are, I guess, people from the workshop. Ilmar and Cassano. Those are beautiful names. Now we will call each other by name when we are by ourselves. This is our secret, so don't tell anyone else. Do you like your names? Oh. Okay. If the lady is genuinely nice, and she's keeping this a secret from the others, she's in big trouble. And yeah, that is not going to end up well. Or she's just pretending to be nice to them, and when they find out, it's not going to be nice either. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Kasana, Ilmar, they're so happy because all the freaking testing and now they're living like a humans. Right? Even though it's still kind of fishy. I like them. The names never got boring, even though we repeated our names that whole night. I really like them. You can see that the way he's reminiscing, he really liked this part of the way when he was there. Yeah, these are good memories. She was our first love. Well, of course she was. She was so nice to them. She took care of them, right? Poor boys. Time passed, and by the time we were 12, we were sent elsewhere. Our bodies were wrapped up. Okay, okay, this doesn't feel good. These poor kids. From that secret lab, we were taken elsewhere. I don't think it was a better place. And we finally learned the truth about the experiment we had been a part of for the past 12 years. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus freaking Christ. These poor kids. Okay, what are doing to them? Oh. Okay. Okay, so I guess they prepare their bodies. Right? They needed the strongest specimens out there to prepare them for this. Why would they do that though? Why would they do that? The creature we found locked in a deep blue tank kept on changing and twisting its form, as if it refused to have a shape. Okay, that's pretty creepy. So they like put it inside of them? But why? What was the reason? Were I like trying to understand if this is possible? So they could use it like on someone to like, I don't know. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? I mean, ask crazy, insane people experimenting on people why they're doing it. Nice to meet you, 21 and 99. I'm Maddox, the manager of this workshop. I'm in charge of your experiment. Welcome. You are such a lovely person indeed. Oh no. The poor boys had so fun with the lady. You're very lucky. Out of very many kids, only you two will have the chance to be living ignition weapons. Oh, they're living ignition weapons. Okay. That's why they're doing it. So they turn them into weapons. Profit, I guess? I mean, we can try it. We have many resources. We are bored. Why not try that, right? That might be fun. But, like, still, so many kids. Almost 100,000 kids. I guess they have enough time and enough money to do that. They don't give a fuck, I assume. So why not try it? Living ignition weapons? Ignition weapons are weapons that bear a soul. They are weapons refined with Shinsu bearing a soul. The ignition weapon is the strongest and most beautiful. But it still has limits since it's just a weapon, so we decided to use a living human body. Bearing a soul. Oh. Oh. Like literally soul? Soul? I don't like this. At all. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. This experiment is pretty sick. I mean, that would kinda make sense if ignition weapons have a soul. We actually saw the Yuri's weapon, right? What was her name? The weapon? Oh my god, I forgot. We saw it as a lady, right? Was it like the weapon's soul? Probably. I assume. I don't know if it was like mentioned there, but now it kinda makes sense. Okay, so they decided just to do living weapons. Starting now, I'll split this devil in two and implant them into your bodies. Yeah, that's why they were doing experiments. They needed strong specimens. Don't worry, you're outstanding material that has passed all of our tests. Right? Lovely. Okay. After the experiment is over, when you open your eyes again, you'll be the first, these poor cats, living ignition weapons in the tower. So what happened that they are where they are now? What happened? What happened? This person was so proud of this experiment. Very, very sick experiment, right? It was horribly I can imagine, mister, I can imagine. But it's so sad the way he's talking about is like, I don't know how long time ago it was. But like, despite there are like some nice memories, it feels like he's a little bit dissociated from it. You know? Maybe. It felt like all my blood was flowing backwards and being filled up with something else. There was pain like my bones were being torn apart. Ugh. Imagine that. I kept on fighting and waking up until I didn't have the strength to reawaken anymore, so I passed out. Ma'am, do you have something to say about that though? Ma'am? 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 We can see your face. Why? Why? A few days later, when I woke up, half of my body wasn't mine anymore. That is so sad. That must felt so weird, being alienated like this. Oh, he's so cute. Little baby bear. Cassano had the left, and I had the right. The devil was split between us, and we were imbued with an unknown power and fury. Oh, yeah, they are like brothers, right? They are brothers, kind of. And they even share the same power. Oh. It wasn't just our bodies that changed. Miss Sophia, who had visited us every day, didn't come to see us anymore. That probably must have hurt him so much, right? We never learned if she was sent somewhere else or wasn't allowed to contact us. Well, yeah, I mean, they probably did not want it to, like, maybe they learned that she was too nice to them and they didn't want that, so, After she disappeared, Cassano and I couldn't deal with our quickly changing bodies. There were many lonely and painful days. Yeah, because she was helping them. We lived meaningless lives. That is so horrible. And after a long time had passed, one day I awoke from the cold. I had been strapped down and was being transported elsewhere. This is so horrible, like, all this experimentation, right? And freaking transporting. I mean, they were like objects, which for them they were, right? They weren't humans for them. They were just objects to be used. It was my first time seeing the roof and experiencing snow, and I didn't think about what would happen to me next or where I would be sold. I marveled that there was a place in this world with such a beauty. Yeah, I mean, he was sheltered so much that even something like this was like crazy experience to him. I wish to live longer. And at that moment above the sea, I I met the real owner of the top. What are you talking about? Then I passed out again. And when I woke up, I was a regular in the tower. Oh, so he met. What was his name? Hidden? It's Hidden, right? It's Hidden. So he sent him to the testing part of the tower. Whoopsie! I feel like the experiment person is not very happy about that. Our experiment, or was it a part of the plan? Or Hidden just playing some games? Interesting. Because the way he says it, the real owner of the tower. What do you know, Bear? How do you know he's the owner of the tower? But we know that there is some fishy stuff about Hidden, right? Huh. Uh, is this truth? Is this lie what I should believe in? Confusion, little. So, yeah. I mean, why would he even do that? He just picks people, right? What is his objective? Okay. Then, as you know, I went up the tower, and it wasn't very hard because of this power. Hmm. Since then, people have called me the devil's right arm, but I felt guilty going up the tower with a power built on other sacrifices. So after I got to the 20th floor, I stopped. Oh, I mean, that's reasonable. So it's not a long time ago which all of this happened. Then one day, there was a rumor that the devil's right arm was on the 20th floor. Yeah, yes. I wondered what was going on, so I searched and found a guy who had taken the test with the guy using that name. And he said with a smile, the guy called himself the devil's right arm, but he was actually using his left arm. Hmm. Well, that is interesting indeed. Then was it Kasana? Yes, he had entered the tower too. I don't know what's happened to him since, or why he's acting the way he is. Interesting story. So, like, why he didn't just put him in the tower? Did he just screw up with an experimental dude? Lol. Um. But Bear, why did you say that thing about Eden? Real owner of the tower? What? What? I mean, the fact that Eden has a power to be able to put people into the testing area of the tower, that's quite a big power, not gonna lie. Right? What is his objective? Why is he doing it? On which basis does he choose people to be like part of this? Right? Now I'm going to be wondering about that. But I need to see him again. Okay, that went better than I expected. But we don't know what he went through. Right? His brother. He might changed completely. This might not be good at all. They're still sleeping. Okay. So, what is this about? Oh, Bam. Why did you call me, Mr. Horyang? Okay, Bear wants to talk with Viola or Bam? It's late. Let's get back. Whoa. Now that things stand as they do, there's no more to hide. You might have picked up from my story that I had been following you to check on the monster that I saw during the first battle with you. Oh yeah, there was something weird inside Bam, right? To see if you were a living ignition weapon just like me. Ah, that would be natural. Yeah, I mean, Bam was weirdly quiet when the story was happening. And that would make sense that he would be interested in this because what he went through. I didn't want to do this, but now it's time to leave. So I should make it clear. No, don't leave us. Come on. I know he has his own objective, but no. Okay, no. Allow me to check what's you've got inside. Calm down. No, stop it. Cool, very cool though what he has in here. But now it makes sense why he was like with Damn. But come on. Come on. Beer. What are you doing these? This is killing me. Stop it. Oh no. God damn it. Well, that's quite a story. I did not expect that. Some crazy freaking experimentations on the children and all the kind of stuff. Ooh, Nelly. Yeah, so they're basically brothers, and of course he would try to like meet him again, right? But I'm really glad that he like doesn't feel good about using his powers because he's very aware of the cost of it. Like how many children, people died because of this. Imagine. It's powerful, but like when you imagine how many people died because of it, that would make you feel sick. So I don't know what this dude was preparing for them. I mean, was it his objective to like let it to Hedon? Or was he like trying to get some money? And then Hedon was like, screw this. Because here he looks surprised. Very surprised. Right? I wish to live longer. Hmm. So I don't know what this science experimental dude was trying to do with them. Probably sell them somewhere or do more experiments or whatever. And he didn't appear and was like, this is interesting. I guess I'm going to use them for something more fun in the tower. Haha. And he basically screwed with the science guy. He deserved that. I hope he died. I hope his client wasn't very happy about it. Haha. Yeah, it's hidden. Real owner of the tower. I mean, he has exceptional power in the tower, not gonna lie. And even when Yuri was talking, it seemed like he has more power than he actually shows he has in the tower. Yeah, Hedon is very sinister. This is 100% Hedon. Bastard. Yeah. So why would he do that? I don't know what he's doing, what he's trying. I mean, he had some wish, like he wanted to live longer, so he gave him that, apparently. But on what basis does he choose people? They are irregular, so he cannot do anything about that. But like, regulars? I would like to know more about it. And even his brother is in there. Interesting. Very interesting. And because of the Bam's condition, he got interested and he now even wants to check on it. Well, we'll see. I mean, we know that Bam was living outside the tower. And then he was with FUG. So, when that thing went inside of him is the question. Was it there way before him being in the tower? Or was it when he was with FUG? Interesting. Reasonable that he's so interested. Okay, blog post. Be careful of the cult. Indeed. The Devil of the Right Arm arc has begun. I don't think this arc will be very long. It leads to the workshop battle anyway. Yeah. HORYANG'S early reaction to the lobster and his way of talking implies that he knows more about it than others. For those of you who read more carefully, it might have been a predictable storyline. Ignition weapons, especially the 13 months, play a big role later on. I wonder why. So I think I'll explain them to some degree in the workshop battle and move on. Of course, it's a little early for them to make their appearance. Instead of thinking that all ignition weapons have souls, it's probably more accurate to say that they are created using a special kind of shinsu. As for the creation process, that comes as the story develops. If the final content of season season 1 was the portrayal of the tower's already existing powers, and of how one has no choice but to obey the laws of the tower, yeah. Season 2 as a whole is planned to portray becoming independent of those laws and powers, so I would appreciate if you read with a focus on that aspect. I mean, the whole time since season 2 I've been saying find the tower, so you don't really need to tell me that. I heard it's exam period, so students please have strength and I hope you all get good results. Thank you, see you next week. Well, okay, so I guess only some ignition weapons might have soul, maybe if the soul is strong enough. or something like that. Like maybe the soul is used, or special kind of Shinsu which might have souls, or is kind of inclined to absorb souls, or is inclined to like gravitate some kind of soul. I don't know, but it is used, I guess. Interesting. You don't really need to tell me independent of the laws and powers. That's exactly what I want. Like, fuck the tower. Screw the jihad. Ah, this is going to be difficult, for sure. Ah, this is interesting turn of events. But Bear, please do not go away. I like you. But I get it. Like, it's his past. It's very important to him, right? And he might like these people, but like that's his past, right? It's it's more personal. So I get it. I understand that. Even though it kind of makes me sad. He doesn't want to bother these people with his personal problems, right? I assume. He wants to find his brother, probably understand what happened. But I don't know, like, if he would be. We don't know what happened with him. He might change, right? There's like so many things which could have happened. Even though on that picture there were like two people, they seemed very happy. Even though he was just passing by. So maybe he found a place where he is happy. But like, that was so horrible, the things they went through. Jesus Christ. Wow. I'm glad that at least he didn't screw that guy. I mean, probably for his own purposes, so I'm not very happy about that either. But like, yeah, I guess, right? That experiment, dude don't deserve happiness from his experiments. He doesn't deserve it at all, for sure. So, Horyang, I guess, is a name he's using, so they would not know who he is. Might be? I mean, yeah, it's probably the most clever thing to do, not use your actual name. If you want to hide your identity, I assume many people in the tower does that. Like we met, Bam is not using his real name, right? Horyang is not using his real name. At least the name the lady gave them. Because there might be someone who would exactly know what is going on, what they are, and might try to do something about that. Yeah, it would probably be the most clever thing to do. If you don't want to be like associated, and maybe you are not as strong, right, to just openly announce your name. But like, I can imagine some people who don't even want to use the family name they are associated with because they, for example, don't agree with their family. So they're like, I don't belong to that family. It has nothing to do with me. I don't want to be associated with them. So they choose a different name to use, right? Because they hate their family. Yeah, I can see that happening also. But I'm glad that he's a nice person. Yeah, despite he's having that weird kind of thing inside of him. Like, imagine that, right? Oh my goodness. But Bam's condition is interesting. What is that inside of him? Is it similar to Bear, or is it something else? Did it happen before he came into the tower, which would be kind of weird though? But if it not happened before the tower, then it happened when? Like when he was with FUG? Did they like stack it inside of him? Were they like doing experiments on him? Why would they do that though? I mean, the thing might have been reacting to Horyang, right? And his thing. That's why it showed up. And it could have never shown up before because there wasn't a reason to. And like Bam wasn't proficient with using Shinsu, right? But if he had it before he went into the tower, That means he was confusion. That means that someone from the tower must have put it inside of him. And he could not use it. It could have been an experiment thrown out, actually. But that means someone would know how to go away from the tower. And because outside the tower there is no Shinsu, I assume he would not be able to use it despite it would be inside of him. Ah. Maybe it's nothing like that and I'm just overthinking. Oh Jesus. Well, yeah, I guess that's all for now. This is very, very interesting. And I'm very, very intrigued about what all of this means. Yeah. So I guess that's all. Goodbye and see you next time.